Good morning. It is time for the first Summer in the Sierra adventure of 2024. It's Memorial Day weekend. I could not be any more excited. I'm coming in on the west side via the Crown Valley Trailhead. I'm going to head to Crown Valley, set up my tent. Then I'm going to head along and try to bag Tehipite Dome. Come along for the ride. Don't know what I'm getting into. I think it's going to be a lot of rough trails, streams, a little bit of snow. Big adventure for a big weekend, and I'm psyched. Less than a mile in and we got to cross this creek. I have a feeling this water is going to be cold. I know that no one's gotten in here to do trail maintenance so far this year, and you can really tell. Struggling to find the trail, but we're weaving around the trees and the nonsense. Doing an okay job staying on it. Just did creek crossing number 2. This one was deep. It was up to my thighs. That current's not to be messed with. This is not going to be fun crossing tomorrow afternoon if it gets a little higher. It is not quite summer yet. First foray with the snow. I got the crampons and the micro spikes just in case. We'll probably be using them at some point. Creek crossing number 3. I'm getting a little over this, but this one really doesn't look that bad, so I don't think it'll be a big deal. It's getting a little snowier. I am kind of glued to that GPS on my phone to stay on the trail. I'm not really seeing any footprints, but we'll get there. The snow is still supporting my weight, which I'm happy with, and I'm looking forward to getting to Crown Valley. Think the snow is coming to a pretty big close. Trail feels so good. This is like a freeway. Just between like the slipping and sliding and the navigation, you go so much slower through the snow. So we just got to Crown Valley. I think this is going to be home sweet home. We're nicely sandwiched a good distance from the trail and not too close to the creek. So I'm going to do my chores, set up my tent, get ready, and then I'm going to grab some lunch and head to Tehipite Dome. So it is 12:20, a tad later than I want it to be, but not that big of a deal. I have set up camp. I have transitioned all the gear I need into my day pack, and we are going to try to blitz now to Tehipite Dome. It's going to be a lot easier with no big load, so I'm looking forward to getting to an incredible destination. It's amazing what a trail, no snow, and a little less weight on your back and some sunshine can do. I am feeling great. Reminded about why I love this place so much. So happy to be here. These mountains are beautiful. This is quite the burned area. No idea how old it is, no idea what fire. Just charred trees everywhere. So this is Crown Creek. It's probably like my 5th wet crossing of the day. This is gonna be the longest. Fortunately, it doesn't look very deep, so we should be able to just zip right across. I was hoping I'd see a few of these today because it's so early in the season. These are snow plants. Entering Kings Canyon National Park. I am so excited. I love being in Kings Canyon, absolutely my favorite national park. That sign is always indicative of good times ahead. This is the earliest I've ever been to Kings Canyon in a season. I am psyched. A little less psyched about this trail. This is not that bad compared to most of what I've been doing. It just goes from trail to like disaster of bushes to disaster of downed trees. It's been really hard to follow. So I have officially left the trail. I'm at about 7,600 feet. Corps recommends going higher and taking a different route. I didn't really want to climb 1,000 feet for no real reason. I mean, honestly, so far this terrain is the exact same as what's been on the quote-unquote trail. So I don't really see myself moving any slower. That is Tehipite right there on the front. Doesn't look too bad. I kind of need to like contour around here. Don't want to lose too much elevation. But if I can like get to the saddle, it'll be smooth sailing. It looks like other people have gone through this, so I don't really know. But yeah, we're just contouring, chilling, getting closer, feeling more optimistic. So this is some of the worst bushwhacking we've had to do all day. Not by too much, but it's whatever. Glad I wore pants today. Would have been shredded if I had worn shorts. There we go. First view proper through the woods. Can't wait to get there. We're so close. This thing is unbelievably beautiful. Keeping our eye on the prize. Now that we're kind of up in this ridge line, it's a lot easier. Just zeroing in. I mean, so far this has been very straightforward. Going around the left side. Oh, that's looking real nice. This is where we want to be a little careful. So this move right here was a little skinny. It's a fair way down. but we're gonna just carefully traverse. And then right here is our spot. So that's the tree. There's one kind of third classy step you gotta do to get up over that. And then we will be at the top. The move is done. I did not film it for safety purposes, but we got a little bit of class 2 to get to the top, and we'll be there in less than 2 minutes. It is a long way down. This is the biggest granite dome in the Sierra Nevada. This is 600 feet taller than El Capitan, Yosemite Valley. This is a very serious formation. This to me is looking like a summit. Hey, first one of the year. Boom. So I've been going through the summit register. There's a couple entries from 2022. There's one entry from 2023, and I have not found any for 2024. I think I'm the first one here this season. I've never done that before. That has me really excited, claiming it. So here we are on the summit of Tehipite Dome, and this is crazy. And the reason why it's crazy is this right here. This is the middle fork of the Kings River. There's probably more rock here than Yosemite Valley, to be completely honest. This is absolutely insane. So that is the Sierra Crest way off in the background. I think one of those might be Split Mountain, but I'm not entirely sure, but that's kind of the area that we're looking. We are now gonna swing kind of, I believe, oh, this is south. So yeah, just looking at these big Yosemite-esque walls everywhere. This is crazy. That right there is the Gorge of Despair. You can hike that from Highway 180 Road's End, and there's a lot of really burly rock climbing. Now we are looking down the canyon. Very close to us is actually where the Middle Fork and the South Fork meet to become the Kings River. Then we're looking over here. Oh, those clouds just obscured the obelisk, which is another feature that a lot of people climb around here. And then this is kind of the way we came. So I think that rock formation off in the foreground is Crown Rock. So Crown Valley, where I started, is a little below there. Swing it around. This is Kettle Dome. And then this is kind of the terrain I approached to get here. And I'm gonna figure out how to get back. There's like no way I'm gonna actually be able to follow my footsteps. I have the breadcrumb trail. It's not too bad. There's a couple of cliff bands to avoid. I just don't want to do too much like up and down. And oh my goodness, what a day to be in the mountains. So I have taken my time, enjoyed the summit, fueled up, rested, got the shoes off for a few minutes, and now we are gonna head back down. The initial descent here isn't too bad. After that one 20-foot third class section, it is really mostly class 1 and class 2. But the crux, I think, might be going down, so we'll see how that plays out. So this is what kind of makes a down climb cruxy, is you go down this slab, which is a little steep, but you can't see your next foot until you're like directly on top of it. You got like a 20-25 foot drop over here and like 1,000-foot drop over there, but I really don't think that you'd go tumbling that way. Still definitely don't want to mess it up. I just did the move. It really wasn't that bad. You got a good thing kind of right here that you can almost sit on, and then a couple of good things for your feet to just make that final step. I'm gonna go down skiers left. I've seen people go down this way. This is a little more technical in my opinion. It is done. We are back on the ledge. We're gonna go back through that one little skinny part, and we will be on Terra Firma, smooth sailing very soon. Just getting up close to Persos and Manzanita. This is something we're better at than maybe I'd like to be. You might not be able to see the difference. I barely can, but we are back on the trail. The cross-country portion of this is over. Got, I don't know, 4 or 5 more miles back to camp. It's about 5 o'clock. I'm really hoping we'll get there without the headlamp, because I can't wait for some dinner and a good long nap. Just for the record, I am on the trail right now. We have been fighting through bushes for a while. Yeah, this is like no different than the cross-country travel, right? I mean, you can tell I'm on the trail because trail crew came through, sliced a branch like this. It's so hard to follow. It's so overgrown. I'm not faulting the rangers or anything. The Forest Service is so underfunded, and this is such a random trail. But this is quite a bit of adventure. Rancheria Creek has been crossed, and that's sort of the biggest hazard of the day. That was a fight. That was above my knees. This is pretty swift. I was really surprised how hard of a fight it was. So I had one goal today, and that goal was not to run out of water. The last 2 years, my first day in the Sierra, I have run out of water both times. 3 years ago was the Little Lakes Peak Mount Morgan Traverse, and then last year it was the Lamont Peak Spanish Needle. And I'm about a mile away from the tent right now. Got, I don't know, less than 100 feet to gain, and I just took a sip and came up dry. I was so close. Home sweet home. I am psyched to be back at the tent. So I'm going to call this adventure to a close. Today was a really good day. It was a very challenging day. Creek crossings straight from the beginning of the day, climbing all over these down trees, the snow, all of that was a lot. I'm really, really happy I made it all the way to Tehipite. That summit was totally worth it. That was an amazing place I would highly recommend. And it's just great to be back in the Sierra. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit that subscribe button if you want to see more Sierra adventures like these, and I hope to see you on another adventure.